Today, we're looking into an important topic: parallel and perpendicular lines. We'll break down what it means for two lines to be parallel or perpendicular, learn how to find their slopes, and solve some problems just like the ones you'll see on the test. By the end of this lesson, you'll be ready to solve any problems about parallel and perpendicular lines with confidence. Parallel lines are lines that never meet, they're always the same distance apart. Perpendicular lines, on the other hand, intersect at a right angle, which is a 90-degree angle. In this lesson, we'll learn how to identify parallel and perpendicular lines based on their slopes. By understanding the relationship between the slopes of two lines, you'll easily solve related problems on your test. Now let's break down how we can determine if two lines are parallel or perpendicular. Parallel lines. Two lines are parallel if they have the same slope. This means that if you compare the slopes of two lines and they are equal, the lines will never intersect. Perpendicular lines. Two lines are perpendicular if the product of their slopes equals -1. This means that their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. Let's take a look at a few examples. Are these two lines parallel or perpendicular? Let's break this down. To check if two lines are parallel, we need to compare their slopes. Remember, lines are parallel if and only if they have the same slope. For the line y equals 2x plus 3, the slope is 2. For the line y equals 2x4, the slope is also 2. Since the slopes of both lines are the same, the lines are parallel. Are the lines with the equations y equals 1 over 2x plus 3 and y equals -2x plus 1 perpendicular? Let's take this one step further. This time, we're checking if the lines are perpendicular. Perpendicular lines meet at a right angle, which means their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. Now, let's identify the slopes of both lines. For the line y equals 1 over 2x plus 3, the slope is 1 over 2. For the line y equals -2x plus 1, the slope is -2. Now, let's multiply the slopes to see if they are negative reciprocals of each other. Since slope 1 times slope 2 equals -1, the lines are perpendicular. Which of the following lines is perpendicular to the line y equals 3 over 4x5? Let's analyze this question. We need to find which of these lines is perpendicular to the line y equals 3 over 4x5. Remember, perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other. The negative reciprocal of 3 over 4 is -4 over 3, because 3 over 4 times -4 over 3 equals -1. Now let's check the answer choices. Option A, y equals 4 over 3x plus 2 has a slope of 4 over 3, which is the negative reciprocal of 3 over 4. Therefore, this is the correct answer. Since 4 over 3 is the negative reciprocal of 3 over 4, the correct answer is option A. Great job making it through the lesson on parallel and perpendicular lines. Let's quickly review what we've learned so far. We learned that two lines are parallel if they have the same slope. Formula to remember: slope 1 equals slope 2. We also learned that two lines are perpendicular if their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. Formula to remember: slope 1 times slope 2 equals -1. In example 2, we saw that the lines y equals 1 over 2x plus 3 and y equals -2x plus 1 are perpendicular because their slopes multiply to give -1. Now that you've learned these concepts, you can confidently solve any test question on parallel and perpendicular lines. Keep practicing, and you'll do great!